What up? It is me, California. I decided to do something a little bit different today. I'm not in my computer. Instead, I've done a 90-degree turn, and I'm now sat in front of my wardrobe because today I'm going to be telling you all about my worst experiences in drag. Like, honestly, behind all the smoke and mirrors, drag is f***ing chaotic. I think like everyone expects drag because they always see the end product to be such a glamorous and like frivolous lifestyle, but honestly, it's a fucking mission, and I'm here to absolutely crush all your dreams right now. I feel like with drag, there's so much that goes on behind the scenes that no one really sees, that we are always so good at portraying this kind of like, this otherworldly being to an audience that like is so fierce and so slay, but like some of the shit that we have to go through to get to that is such a mission and such can be honestly be such a nightmare. And yeah, no one really talks about it enough, or we talk about it behind closed doors. I'm here in front of my camera, here to tell you all about it right now. Also, I had to close the doors outside because there's like a massive party happening on my street and I am sweating. So I'm going to be going through 3 stories, and basically the third one is going to be the most fucked. So stick with it. And also, if you like these type of videos, let me know in the comments, like and subscribe so I know what I'm doing is actually good. Slay. Okay, so my first story took place, I think like, it was early last year. I think it was like February or March. So I used to do this tour called Drag Up Your Life. Basically what we did is we took our little drag show that we've created here in Wellington, and we just take it around New Zealand because there's like a lot of these little small cities that don't get a lot of drag. So we wanted to take them to the theatres in these small cities just to show them like what drag is about and really give them like a really fabulous experience that they may not have gotten in the past. So we've done all sorts. We've gone to Nelson, Hawke's Bay, Christchurch, we've been to Tauranga, and we also went to Hamilton. Originally we were also going to do Invercargill and Dunedin, but unfortunately COVID got in the way of that, so the show I'm going to talk about today is Drag Up Your Life Hamilton. And if you're from Hamilton, you probably know that it gets quite humid there in the summer, and I did not know that. And I got off the plane and was instantly hit like I just walked into an easy bake oven that had been on for 2,000 years. It was so f***ing hot. I was like dripping in sweat from the moment we like left the airport. It was insane. And then like we finally got to the theater and like we did our little run through, and we were dripping, like absolutely fucking sloshing around the entire venue after just doing one run through of our opening number. And I was like, how the hell are we about to get through the rest of the show? So basically, we get in drag. It's a real mission because nothing is staying on our face. The glue that we used to glue out on our eyebrows, it's just sweating off. My makeup not sticking to my face, it's just an absolute nightmare. Then we get to our first performance, and I have made the courageous decision to wear a wig that has bangs. And for those of you who have bangs in your everyday life, you know that having a layer of hair right here in front of your forehead creates this layer of, you know, like sweat and just not a good time when it's the heat. So then literally we finish our first number. Also our first number, it was like 12 minutes long, just so you know. It was a big opening group number, but still 12 minutes of us being on stage under the bright lights, humid, aircon barely working, and it's who knows how hot it is in that room. And we finished the 12-minute number, and I get off the stage to change to my next outfit, take off my wig, and there is no makeup here whatsoever. It is gone. I am bald on the forehead, and it's f***ed. So we usually have like 15 minutes between numbers to change, so I'm trying to get my outfit on, I can dry myself off so I'm not f***ing leaking through my outfit. And then also, now I have this brand new thing where I'm putting on my wig, but oh wow, my forehead is a different shade to my face because there's no makeup there. So I had to frantically just grab my foundation and just go and just try and like make something up with my forehead. And like, it was just awful. And then by the time I got on stage, it was already starting to leak off. Did my number, came off stage, forehead's gone again. So after literally every performance I did, I think I did like 4 numbers, I had to keep getting off stage, repainting my forehead to the point where it started to get down to my eyebrows. So my eyebrows started to disappear as well. And it was just like, honestly, awful. And I think I'll even want to do drag in winter from now on. So yeah, if you ever ask me to do another New Year's gig or a gig outside in the middle of summer and I tell you to politely fuck off, it's with love. Alright, story number 2 is not so much a specific event, but more just like scenarios that have all been painfully similar. And what I'm talking about is whenever we go to do a gig at a place that isn't our regular bar or our regular theatre, we are not always sure what the dressing room conditions are going to be. So, you know, usually we get like a nice backstage area, we can hang up our costumes, our wigs can set quite nicely over there. If I need a change, I've got plenty of room to do that. Slay, absolutely great. However, when we get booked to do some of these out of bar gigs and we have to go to the people, basically, they don't necessarily understand that if I'm doing 2 numbers and have to change costumes, I need a bit of space, because some of the backstage spaces that they give us are absolute horseshit. We did a corporate gig at a place called it's quite a nice bar here in Wellington, and they didn't have anywhere for us to change, and we were doing, I think, 3 numbers. So they put us in the disabled toilet. One, not great, because if there is someone who's disabled or someone that needs to use the disabled toilet, they're gonna go in there and see all of that crap lying on the floor. And literally on the floor, because there's no hangers in the fucking room, it's a toilet. And then like, it was probably like, I don't know how to explain, it was like 1 meter by 2 meters. Like, it's not big, and that was to hold 3 of us. And it was just like, what the hell are we supposed to do? I'm trying to fix my makeup with my phone in the toilet, and someone's in the corner using the sink to like prep the makeup stand. I was just like, it's just, what the hell? And then also we did a gig at this place called, again, really nice restaurant. You'd think they'd have a nice little space for us to change. Nope. We got given, basically, it wasn't like the kitchen. It was like this weird little kitchen extension where I think they just stored extra stuff. Anyway, you can imagine what like a small kitchen looks like. Basically, we had to get changed in there, and there was just, I think there was 5 of us for that one. There was like nowhere to put our we were struggling. It was just like, there's no mirrors. I had to use like a fucking pastry bowl to look at my reflection. It's just like, what the? If you book drag performers for a gig, please make sure there is a decent place to change that is not a public toilet or a kitchen or, I don't know, your mum's bedroom. Like, honestly, just get us a nice space and we'll be slay. Alright, my third and final story is absolutely the worst experience I've ever had in drag. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe, because I'm telling you this and reliving the trauma that was the worst night of my life. So basically, I think I was maybe coming up to my 2nd year in drag, and I'd started doing these little nighttime cabarets down at Ivy Bar here in Wellington. Ivy Bar's like a little gay bar, and they do a lot of Christmas do's, staff parties, and this one particular event was a hens do, and let's just say it went so bad, I haven't done a hens do since. So basically, there was me and 2 other drag performers, and we weren't that experienced, but like, we'd done hens do's before. But it was different this time, because the hens weren't just a little unhinged, they were completely off the rocks. Like, it was like, we had no idea how to tame them, how to like get them focused on what we were doing. It was just like, they were just going all in on whatever they wanted to do. It's like, we might as well have not even been there. Which in theory sounds great. Easy gig, right? Nah, wrong. Worst, awful, hardest gig of my life. And it all came down to one performance. There was happening all throughout the night. Like, they were just being so loud, so rude, all that kind of crap to the bar staff. God bless them. They put up with so much. But this one performance, it was a group number that we were doing, because we always do like little group numbers for these kind of shows. And we were all performing on stage together. Then one of the rowdier girls comes up on stage, and it was right after one of the queens had done a dip. And for some reason, in the WWE, the woman just decided to, like, elbow drop the queen on the floor. I'm not sure if she was trying to hug them or what they were doing, but literally fucking dropped down on the queen, and the queen was, like, hurt. Like, legitimately hurt. And then I was like, I don't know what the hell's going on. So, like, I try to help them up. And then the next thing I feel is another girl, she comes on the stage and proceeds to, again, not sure if it was intentional, kick me in the head. Their foot just goes right, bam, on my head. My wig slips off. Surprisingly enough, I'm more concerned about the wig than the safety of my head. But seriously, my wig starts to slip off, and I'm just like, what the f just happened? They're all screaming, they're all cheering. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what episode of Black Mirror this is. But, oh, and I'm just there, like, literally just like, yeah, I don't know why the kick happened. Were they dancing? Was it an intentional kick? I don't know. I was so stunned, the woman could not speak. So I was just trying to help the queen off the floor, and then we got backstage, and we were just like, what the f just happened? And, like, because we were new to Hens Do's, we weren't sure, like, how, like, assertive we could be. We were being too nice, basically. We were just like, we've been paid for this gig, we're hosting these women. Like, do we just put up with it? And do we just tolerate it? Now that I'm 7 years down the gig, you do not tolerate that. If they are, you don't have to take it. If they are bitches, they can get the bitch out of the bar. Honestly, like, no amount of money is worth dealing with that kind of shit, honestly. So I wish I knew that back then, but honestly, that was one of the worst nights of my life. And legitimately, I have not done a Hens Do since, because that still traumatizes me to this day. If I see a fucking bride-to-be sash, I'm just like, triggered. Ugh. I'm pretty sure after telling that story, my blood pressure is probably, like, kind of dangerous right now. So, yay. There you go. 3 stories about the side of drag you don't usually see. And honestly, drag is great. I know, like, I said all that stuff, and that's all probably sounded really off-putting, but, like, the pros outweigh the cons so much. There's sometimes it's just like, you have these experiences, and you learn from them. You have to learn, because if you don't, then you're never gonna grow. And thankfully I did that when I was younger on, so now I know now what I'm worth, what I deserve, and how I should be treated all the time. Not just in drag, every day of my f***ing life. Anyway, I need to cool off, but thank you so much for watching. Please like the video. Comment below if this is something you like, if you want me to tell more stories like this. Or if you've had any horror stories as well, because I'm sure we've all had our fair share of in the bar. Or bad dressing spaces, honestly. I feel like we've all got our share of stories. But yay! Again, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all next time.